Hello, Fleming here from CON.EX and Fitness for Life with about 10 to 15 minutes of mobility training for you. Now, mobility, the way we do it is getting an awareness inside of the body, releasing tension, decompressing joints, lubricating joints, and just to get an overall sensation of how am I doing. So it's a great way to do it before you go to work in the morning. You could do it during work just to loosen up if you've been sitting down for long hours. Take 10-15 minutes, and you can also if you find some of the exercises that you really like and you feel they loosen up you in a good way, you can use them separately as well. You don't have to do the whole thing, but this is kind of an overall body loosening up, about 10 minutes. So what we're gonna first of all, when we start off this mobility thing, is we can do this all standing up. You can do most of them sitting down. There's some of the exercises when we get to more around the hips are really hard to do on sitting down, so I'll recommend you standing up. But for the first part, you can easily do them sitting down, and you don't have to get dressed up in fancy workout clothes or anything. You can do them in pretty much whatever you feel like. When we are doing these exercises, should be no pain. It's very important. No pain. It might feel tight, it might feel restricted, but you shouldn't feel pins and needles or any sharp pains. You should be able to do them with a relaxed face, so you don't make funny faces as you go along because of pain or because you want to force out into a bigger movement. No need. Work with what you have right now and then kind of progress into the exercises. Don't start off with going out all out. Also, when we do these exercises, you should feel tension. So I will say something like you should feel like somebody's holding on to your shoulder, that you're moving against tension. So we want to make sure that we're not just kind of sloppy around our movement. We want to be focusing on, we have muscles on both sides of the movement that kind of pull in one direction, and another muscle who's going to restrict that movement, so you can use your own resistance to kind of get your muscles working. So let's get going. The first one, either sitting down. If you sit down, then sit with a straight spine, straight as you can, kind of slight tuck in your pelvic, so you just have a little bit of core activation. Standing up, flat feet, about shoulder width apart. Roll your shoulders down and back, and then from there I'm going to take my chin and I'm going to pull it down towards my chest. From here I roll my shoulder over towards one ear, and I look up and I look a little bit behind. Then I'll pull my ear down toward my shoulder again, chin to chest, ear to opposite shoulder, and again look up and back. I try to exhale as I pull my chin down towards my chest, and inhale as I lift up. As I lift up, I pull my shoulders down. And just get a sense of how my mobility is around my neck. Lifting up, should feel a stretch on this big muscle here going down the side of my neck. What that muscle does is pull my head forward and down. Could create some of that headaches, tension headaches. And then you're going to stay back in. We're going to do one more here. So shoulders are down and back again. And then I'm going to press my chin down and forward. And I'm going to, on an inhale, I'm going to pull my chin up and back and lifting, crown towards ceiling. So down. And again, don't go further into the movement. You feel you're in control and you can do a fluent, smooth movement, connecting your breathing to that movement, and you're going to stay. And you should feel warmth around your neck. You should feel loosened up, kind of a decompressed feeling around your neck. And we're going to work down to your shoulders. So to start off, I'm going to grasp my hands together, clap my hands together, elbows next to my side, and I'm going to pull my shoulders up towards my ears, pull them as far back as I can, and then pull them down towards my hip, forward, up, back, down, forward, up, back, down. Now, here's where you should feel, again, resistance, like somebody's holding on to your shoulders, so you're working against that little bit of resistance. I want to keep my elbows close and my hands together, so I don't start using my arms, but focus on that movement on my shoulders. I'm going to inhale as opposed to pull my shoulders up, and exhale as I pull them down. Now you can go in both directions, but because this kind of leaves me in this direction, and you might already be there when you're sitting down or talking on the phone, I suggest you just do it in this backward direction. And from here you're going to leave your shoulders down. You should feel chest elevated a little bit, shoulders are down. So again, a nice released feeling on the top part of your shoulder. Now from here on, we're going to try and create a little bit of tension behind, in between the shoulder blades. I'm going to put my hands together, elbows out. It's almost like you're ripping your shirt apart, and then you're going to pull your elbows back on an inhale and down. Now I'm alternating elbows. Again, making sure there's no pins and needles, and making sure I have movement, lifting my chest up, pulling back, feeling that tension in between my shoulder blades, and down. I'm just going to shake it off, my arms a bit, and again, you should feel tension around your neck and upper back now, so we get that muscle activity. Now from the next, this is both shoulder, elbow, and wrist. So again, for those of you sitting behind a computer all day, this is a great exercise to do a couple of reps off. So shoulders are down. Again, can do the seated if need be. And then I'm going to pull my arms out to the side. I'm going to pull them as far back as I can. So feeling that tension from before. From here, I'm rotating my arms or my thumbs outward, and I'm pulling my wrist down. So I'm ending up in this position with my wrist. From here, I'm pulling my hands up towards my shoulder, then rolling my thumbs down towards the ground, and from here I'm flexing my wrist as much as I can, rolling back, extension, and then doing circles with my forearms here, pulling around, making sure I get that momentum of movement around my wrist as well. We're going to go in the opposite direction. So rotating outward, keep squeezing your shoulder blades back, straight out. Now, if you hear popping sounds around elbow, shoulders, wrists, that's fine. It's that decompression of the joints. And then down and shake them off again. Now again, you should feel tension around your wrist, kind of loose but warm feeling around your wrist. Same with the elbows, and the same around your shoulders. So now we're going to move to the back here. Now to start off with, again, you can do this seated. I'm going to pull my arms next to my side, and I'm going to focus on the upper part of my back to start off with. So on an inhale, I'm rotating my thumbs upward, pulling my shoulder blades together, and then I'm lifting my chest up towards the ceiling, and I can lift my chin up as well. Now on an exhale, I'm rolling my thumbs inwards, pulling my shoulder blades away from each other, chin to chest, and then I'm pulling my chest back as far as I can. Shoulders are still down. Inhale, rolling out, lifting chest up. Exhale. See if you can keep your low back still, so I'm not keep pulling forward and I'm not releasing back, but have a focus again on that little bit of resistance, and then that upper part of your back. Now we're going to increase this movement. So now I've opened up the upper back. I feel that tension loosened up a bit. Now from here, we're going to move all the way down through the spine. So I'm opening up again on an inhale. And on that exhale, I'm pulling my chin towards my chest, rolling my shoulder blades away from each other, and then I'm pulling down with my abs as far down as I can. Now I'm bending my knees a little bit more to take the pressure off my low back. And on an inhale, I'm pressing my feet into the ground and trying to roll up one vertebrae at a time, opening up. Pulling down towards the floor.
pressing the floor away, rolling back up.
And again, go nice and slow.
And try to connect your movements and your breathing
in through your nose and that long exhale.
Now you can increase this a little bit by putting one hand in between your legs and the other one on the outside. And then pressing through that leg, going up.
Inhale up.
Exhale down.
And feeling that connection down throughout the body.
Now you can go more shallow in the movement if you feel
low pain back or low pain in your low back, or you can try and go even deeper
and really pull yourself down towards, pressing with your arms, rolling back up.
We have that last one. And then we're going to stay up from here. Now we're going to do a little bit of a twist pattern on the back as well. So again, I'm planting my feet on the ground. If you're sitting down, again, sit up tall, shoulders are down. I'm going to pull my arms out in front of me, almost feeling like I have a towel in between my hands that I'm pulling on. Shoulders are down, and then I'm rotating over as far as I can in my upper body, making sure that my chest follows my hands. You want to try and feel that your hip is as still as possible. And the last one. And down again, shake your arms. Now you should feel loosened up in the entire back. Shoulders are nice and loose. You can feel that muscle tension, a bit of warmth in the muscles. Want to go down to do your hip. Now these exercises are really hard doing sitting down, so you can stop here, you can stand up. And then the first one, I'm going to try and draw a figure 8 with my hips. So I'm slightly bent in the knees, I have feet flat on the ground, and then I'm pressing one hip a little bit forward. Now once it's forward, I'm going to press it out to the side. Now I'm going to try to turn the other hip forward and pressing out to the side. Now I want to create this movement with my hip through the connection of my feet on the floor. So I want to keep that. I don't want to lift my heels, lifting my toes, but keep that connection down through the floor and just draw a nice smooth figure 8. Now try to make sure that your knees are not collapsing inward. So I'm having that to maintain that same distance between my feet. Just go nice and slow, opposite direction. Feel what's happening down through your feet. Knees, hip, can go small movement if need be. You can try to really reach out to the side with your hips and pull your hip around in that hip circle, hip figure 8. And then we're going to stay again into the center. Now the next one, I'm going to try and find my balance on one leg. If you know your balance is a little bit off, then you can take a chair or wall, whatever, to try and maintain that balance. Again, feeling that connection through the floor on my foot, slight bend in the knee, shoulders are down, and I'm going to press my heel away on that one leg, and then I'm going to do a circle. So my leg is straight, so I'm working into that hip and just doing a nice small circle, and then you can try and increase. So how big a circle can I get? How long can I get behind me without starting to bend that knee, but pressing the heel away? We're going to go in the opposite direction. And just get a sense now, the hip you're standing on is working a lot to stay balanced. You're gripping the floor with your feet. Even if you're wearing shoes, make sure that you're gripping the floor, maintaining your balance, and then slowly down again. Find the balance on the other leg. Pressing your heel away, leg straight, and then nice and slow. Again, making sure you find the range of motion that suits you today. And you can try and increase that by keeping your legs straight, and opposite direction on this side as well. And keep gripping the floor with your feet.
Again, connecting your breathing and the movement. And then you're going to go down again. Now, the last one, just to finish this all off, I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm just going to shake it off a little bit. Doesn't have to be a lot, but just getting that deep inhale. When we inhale here, we're going to try and keep our shoulders down and try and inhale into the bottom part of our lungs. So your abdomen is going to walk out a bit. So deep inhale. And then a long, slow exhale, just shaking your arms. Now, you're either ready to start your day, could be the finish of your day, so you're ready to go to bed, nice and relaxed, feeling released throughout the body. Could be during the work day, so now you're ready to go back to work using these 10 to 15 minutes. Some of it you can slow down and do fewer reps. Some of them you might feel, oh, I need to do a little, could I just do 5 more reps? And then of course you can. You don't have to follow my lead on this one. But it's an inspiration for you to have a better day, get less aches and pains, and just take care of your body and get better awareness into your body of how it's actually feeling, how my joints are feeling, how that tension throughout my body is. So enjoy and have a great day.